Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to another Monday Morning Art Talk. I'm Steven Silver, character designer and teacher, dedicated to helping you learn about the art industry and living up to your potential. Whippy! Alright, so I am back in action, back home. Sorry that I never had 2 videos, I believe, up. I love the consistency myself, but things happen and, you gotta go with it, okay? And it almost taps into actually part of what I want to talk about today. And what I want to talk about today is just anxiety and how I feel about this and how I address things that I'm going to do in my life, the decisions I'm going to make in my life. And I ask this one question to myself when I'm moving forward with anything that I'm going to do. And that's basically, is this causing me stress? Is this going to cause me anxiety? And if the answer is yes, well then I'm just not going to do it, and problem solved. And so within the sense of, am I going to worry about trying to put together videos and get them up on time and make sure that they're there and that, people will be upset if they don't see it? Again, it's all this stuff, but the reality is life happens, and things happen. And I realize by me doing that would cause just a stressful situation. So I chose not to do it. And this is really how I live my life. Now, what I'm trying to say too, I don't want you to think that, so are you saying that if anything in life is causing you stress or anxiety, then just quit and just don't do it? And that's not what I'm saying. Is imagine you're driving your car, you get a flat tire, got a flat tire, that's causing stress, I gotta get somewhere, am I not gonna fix it? No, I gotta take care of the problem, I gotta fix things to move on. And there's gonna be those reoccurring things that happen in your life, just part of your living, part of your life that you gotta do. There's your plumbing, something's going wrong with your plumbing, oh man, plugged toilet, oh I gotta fix the toilet, unplug it, or right? Those things are going to could cause the stress and anxiety. But what I'm talking about is on actions that you want to pursue within your art journey. And those are, hey, I'm gonna create a book because I need to do this book, and that's how I'm gonna be seen, and that's how I'm gonna make my mark and all that. But you might start to realize, that I'm not saying things are gonna be easy, things will be hard, but maybe that it's causing you way too much anxiety and way too much stress. And maybe at the end you go, thank God it was all worth it, right? But reality is oftentimes it's just the opposite. And I can honestly say, I don't know. I'm talking about my own life experience to you guys, what I've experienced. I would love if you share your stories where having that stress and anxiety in your life was really worth it at the end, because maybe you went through that stress and anxiety and it really built up, and then you finally do it and you achieve it. But at the end you go, it really wasn't worth it. It really wasn't worth that much stress and aggravation. And maybe what I'm talking about too is life experience. Maybe what I'm talking to you guys about is now, as a 46-year-old, as I look back on things in my life and I go, was it really worth it to go through that? And I do believe that you got to try things. But if it's causing you too much stress and anxiety, well, then don't do it. Is there going to be frustration because of a certain deadline or whatever it may be? Sure, these little things might pop up. But I'm talking about this sort of like, it's hard for you to get up in the day and just face it. It's hard for you keep putting it aside and you keep procrastinating because within you, it's not something you really, really, truly want to do. And as I'm sharing with you too, it's things that I've done in my life that I thought were, okay, I got to do this, I have to do this, and I put myself into it, and it builds up that stress and anxiety. And at the end, I just look back and go, it really wasn't worth it. It didn't benefit me in the end. So maybe I would just say to you, again, is the idea that just try to do things naturally. Does it feel natural to you? Okay. And natural doesn't mean easy. Okay. I don't want you to confuse that. I don't want you to think, well, if he means natural, then he just means that it's just easy, that it's just gonna automatically happen and I don't have to put any effort. Listen, your effort determines your outcome. You have to put effort into things, but does it feel natural to you? Or are you just exhausted at the end of the day? Are you just find yourself worn out all the time? Are you find yourself complaining a lot? Do you find yourself making excuses? And if these are the answers, yes, well then that's what I'm talking about, is something you're doing that really you're not supposed to do, and you're going against that natural instinct. And sometimes through experience, and this is where these natural instincts start to arise and things start to just feel more natural, and you'll find there's a lot more reward in that. There's a lot more happiness. There's a lot more joy. And if you're telling me that you don't want joy, if you're telling me that you don't want the happiness, if you're telling me that you don't want fulfillment, then I'm telling you you're full of shit. And I'm telling you that you're lying to yourself, because I don't know anyone or anything in this life that just doesn't want to be content and have this sort of, and feel cozy and feel comfortable and feel joyful. Why would you want to live a life of misery? So you get to get, but guess what? The most beautiful thing about all this is you get to make the decision. You get to decide if this is something that you want to do. Do you want to pursue this? Ask yourself the question, is this giving me anxiety? Is this making me just anxious? Is this making me nervous? Is it making the people around me anxious and nervous and miserable? Yes. Well then, okay, maybe it's time for change, or at least have the awareness that it's time for change. And that's when you start acting and start doing stuff on it. All right. So this is just a very important thing that I wanted to share with you guys. And it doesn't require 20 minutes of discussion. It requires just this quick discussion of feeling and purpose. And this is, I think through this, you start to discover what that purpose is. And it's not going to be easy. This is part of this journey. And all you young guys out there who are eager and determined, and you want to make your mark on this planet, you want to just do something effective, just go for it, do what you feel is necessary. I do believe later in life you start to realize that all the stuff that maybe you accomplish in life isn't so, it's not what life's about. You'll come to realize that it's not about what product of yours is on the next marketing product that's being sold by another company, and that you were a part of the creator that made this company multi-millions of dollars, and you're looking at it and go, oh my God, my stuff's on the merchandise, woohoo. For someone else, again, cool. You're a part of it. You've played a role in it. I've been a part of that, and cool. But you realize that that's not what this is all about. And if you're creating stress and anxiety because you care more about just having a plaque and having that name recognition or having to be seen in that sense, and that's causing you because you need those pats on the back in order for your own personal enjoyment in life, if that's what you need, unfortunately, I'm telling you now, it's temporary. This is in life right now, what you kind of maybe feel like you really need, and maybe by needing that, you feel like it's going to propel you forward and move you forward, and there's certain aspects to that are true. It's just like people are more willing and eager to listen to you when you've accomplished things in life. This is, I think, just nature, human nature. We just want to know that this apple tree is successful. I'm going to make sure that I keep growing more of those trees. This horse always wins the races. I want to make sure that I'm going to bet on that horse, right? So we were always going to be somewhat attracted to this sort of, what someone's accomplished in their life. But what I can say to you, when you get older, and you experience it, you will realize, I hope, and that if you've gone through that you realize, don't try to keep up with this pace. If you've already done that in your life, if you've made your mark, so to speak, like a dog will piss on its territory, and there's my phone, but I'm not cutting, and you made your mark on this sort of territory, you've done something, just go with it. Just appreciate that and go, you know what, I did something. I've had accomplishments in my life, but do I have to keep going on proving myself for other people, or am I going to do that, which could potentially cause the stress and anxiety because you feel like, oh my God, I got to do this in order to make money, to be seen, to be this and that. Just know that maybe there's other solutions, there's other things that you can start to discover through this. And again, I think this is where the purpose comes into my mind. This comes into what eventually I believe experience fuels purpose, that you have to go through this. So I'm not saying don't work hard. Again, I'm not saying don't be lazy. I'm just saying, and I hope you guys are reading into what I'm truly saying. Just ask yourself, can I let go of this stuff that is driving me insane and making me unhappy? So think about it. You're in control. You make the choices. Make it a great week. To subscribe to my mailing list and stay updated on future workshops and events, please go to my contact at silvertunes.com and simply hit join mailing list. Until the next time, make it a great week and thank you for listening.